Hi guys, today we're going to be making a mesh wreath. This is a great wreath for beginners. It's very easy. As you can see, I went to Hobby Lobby and I picked up some fall accessories for my wreath. Just remember, this wreath, when you make it, does not have to be for fall. It can be for any holiday, whether it's Valentine's Day, St. Patrick's Day, or if you just want a fall wreath, a spring wreath, or summer wreath. It's up to you. When you buy everything, just have everything coordinate to whatever look you're trying to go for. I wanted a fall, obviously blinged out looking wreath. I wanted it to pop, so I made sure when I went to Hobby Lobby I got everything with a little shine, a little glitter, some things that would just look a little blingy on my wreath. And I got these little balls there to incorporate it into the wreath to fill up any empty space. And I also got two 5-yard spools of ribbon, and this cute deer one I thought would be cute to throw on my wreath because my husband hunts. That is the mesh wreath ribbon, I guess you call it. This is the base for the wreath. It's the it's metal, and those little legs, I consider them like spider legs, and they are used to hold the mesh and the ribbon in place. If you find one that does not have the little spider legs, it's okay. Just pick up some floral wire and you can use that to secure your mesh and your ribbon to your wreath base. That was a high temp glue gun, some glue sticks, and some great scissors will be perfect. Let's get started. This video will be going kind of fast so that I can speed up the process on the video. So this is basically me just prepping my wreath base. I will be opening all the little spider legs. That way when I start to attach the mesh to the base, it's an easier and faster process for me. So as I am doing that, I will let you know that when I attach the mesh, I do a crisscross pattern where I start from the top of the wreath base and I go crisscross, meaning from the back to the front and back to the back and back to the front. So you just want a crisscross effect, so you're doing every other, attaching every other spider legs. So here I am doing the crisscross method, and this will give you a fuller base when you go back around with the second rounds of mesh and start going the opposite direction. Okay guys, as you can see, now I'm going around a second time, attaching the mesh to the opposite side of the wreath with the crisscross effect. And as I'm attaching it, I'm making sure that I leave some of the mesh loose to give it that full bubble look. So as you're attaching it, do not attach it too tight or twist the spider legs tightly to the mesh. That way, if you need to adjust or make it look fuller, you can always do so by just adjusting and pulling. Okay, now that we have added our mesh to our wreath, I'm just looking to see which part of the wreath I'm going to want to have on the top, which is going to be on the bottom. That way I know how to start placing all my little accessories on my wreath. So and at this time, if there's any adjustments that need to be done to the wreath, or one side looks fuller than the other, please do so at this time. Now I'm going to be cutting my accessories and prepping everything, and basically laying everything on the wreath so I can try to get an idea of how I want the layout to look on the wreath. So at this point, you can just basically play with it before you start gluing everything down, because as you know, once everything is glued down, you cannot take it apart. So just play around with it. Put everything on the wreath, eye it, and see how you like it and make any changes. It's a lot of fun, guys. Okay guys, so now I'm going to be using the ribbon to attach it to my wreath base, I'm going to be using the little spider legs to attach the ribbon to the wreath base. As I'm attaching the ribbon to the wreath base, I try not to make the ribbon too tight. I try to leave some of the ribbon loose so that it can look full and kind of like bubbly, like the wreath mesh looks. And as you see there, I'm just adding the ribbon to the little spider legs and giving them a twist or two. Not too tight, because once the wreath is done, if you need to adjust any of the ribbon by pulling them tighter or looser, you're able to do so. And that's before adding the glue. So we're almost done, guys. And if you choose to lay out your accessories before, if you choose to add your accessories after you attach your ribbon, that's perfectly fine. I like to do my layout on my accessories with the wreath when the wreath is done without the ribbon, so that I can just get an idea as I'm laying the ribbon out. Here I just went with the crisscross effect as I was adding the ribbon. Remember, you can always adjust it once you're done. Okay, so now that all the ribbon is added to the wreath, I'm just going to adjust it at this point. So if anything needs to be adjusted, make sure you do it now, because we are going to start adding our accessories. This is the best part. So remember, I had already did the layout on my wreath, so I already know pretty much where I want everything to be laid out. So I am going to start working, and I just burned the heck out of my fingers. I'm going to start working with the bottom part of my wreath, and I am going to work my way up on one side, because all of my accessories are going to be on one side of my wreath, and I am going to be making a bow and adding it to the other side of my wreath. But remember, you make your wreath however you desire. I'm sure it'll look beautiful. It's a wreath, guys. I mean, you're just adding bling and decor and color and whatever it is that you want to add to it. You can basically leave the wreath without even adding any of the accessories. So if you just wanted to make the wreath with the ribbon and just add a bow to it, you can just do that and it'll look cute. There's my daughter, little Gigi. So, or even if you just wanted to make the wreath with the mesh, the ribbon, and then buy a sign at the Dollar Tree and add a sign in the middle that says welcome or happy Easter or you know, summertime, and you can just hang that little wooden sign in the middle of the wreath, and by securing the part that would go on a hook, you could secure that on your wreath. On the top of the wreath, actually, I'm sorry. That way, you know, if you don't want all the extra stuff and you just want it to be simple, that'll be a great look. I wanted to show you really quick. You see, this is one of the accessories I bought. It's really heavy, so I took some of the floral wiring that I prepped earlier in the beginning of the video, and I'm using that to secure the leaf part to the wreath base so that it will not fall off. Look, guys, how beautiful is that? I freaking love it. Full of bling, colors. I started from the bottom and worked my way up on the one side. It is awesome. It's what I wanted. I love it. Alright, guys, so on the other side, I made a bow out of the other ribbon that I had bought. This wreath came out absolutely beautiful. If anyone would like a tutorial on how I make my bow, please leave me a comment on the bottom. Or if you want a better video with step-by-step instructions how to make the wreath, I have no problem with that. I am making a wreath in the next 3 weeks, so if anybody has any ideas for a wreath and want me to make a tutorial on that, leave me a comment on the bottom, and I'll see if I can do something that you would like. I have no problem with that. This is absolutely easy for you guys to do. Okay, so at this point we're basically done. I'm just using some of the little round balls to fill up any gaps or anywhere where I just want to add a little more bling to it. I hope you enjoy this tutorial. I will be making another wreath as I mentioned, so if anybody has any ideas on a wreath that they want to make and would like me to make a step-by-step tutorial, as I said, please let me know in comments below. With that said, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give me a thumbs up and please subscribe, and don't forget to hit that little bell. I have so many other tutorials on crafting that I have coming up for you all, and I will try to make the videos as clear and simple as I can. And remember, I don't only make wreaths, but I make home decors and baby items and a lot of Cricut stuff. And remember, I'm all about saving, so everything that I do make will cost little to nothing. Thank you so much for watching. Enjoy your day, and if you happen to make a wreath, please post a picture either on my Facebook page or on comments below. I love to look at other people's ideas and what they come up with. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. Bye.